this video hits you, your world is probably like turning upside down right now because who you are is literally being birthed. Okay, I'm seeing this kind of like you're like this in this rock and then it like comes out. This is really the moment where you like your supersonic self is being unleashed to the world. And what I'm seeing here for you, the person who's connecting with this frequency, is that you are very I want to say powerful, but that sounds so generic and it's not even like full. Let me see here. The truth of you is bigger. It's bigger than what you show the world. The truth of you is more powerful than most people take you for. So the very words I'm hearing for you is that there are certain things about you that hasn't been fully expressed and feeling fully comfortable. I'm hearing the word comfortable to express fully because of some mm, okay, so that could mean, oh my gosh, what is that person gonna think of me? Can I really wear that to work? Can I really, be that person? Can I, do this in my business or whatever, right? Or can I really be that girl, that guy? So I'm really tapping into the energy of you going through this whole like coming out to the world. Okay. So some of you guys could be coming out, okay, in whatever way, shape, or form. Congratulations, you're out of the closet. You are finally like, this is who I am. Take it or leave it. Or you're like, this is who I am, and this is the real me, and he or she's here to stay. What I'm feeling here is that there's something about the power, though. I want to tune into that. And by the way, whenever I'm channeling these messages, I'm channeling through your higher self, your God consciousness, what you know deeply to be true, and I am your mirror reflecting this truth back to you. So, what I'm getting with the power is more like a power surge. There's a power surge that is ready to awaken at this time. You're going to be getting confirmations in the ways that are most aligned for your beliefs, meaning that you could be like, oh, so and so astrological events. By the way, whenever you've seen this video, it doesn't matter, okay? Whenever you see this video, there's gonna be some major astrological event. Maybe it's nearing your birthday, right? Your solar return, maybe it's your Saturn return or whatever it is, your midlife crisis, right? Like whatever it is, whatever you believe in, or maybe you're like, well, I'm hitting, retirement or whatever it is. Whatever you believe in, there's going to be a significant manifestation of the outside world because that's your belief, right? You deeply inside, just like this video is a confirmation, because deeply inside you know that it is time, this is divine timing, that it is time for you to literally come out of the rocks, come out of the cave, come out of the closet about your true self. And I'm connecting with someone who I'm hearing the word soft, playing soft. So you've been playing soft. Whatever that means for you, let me know if I'm connecting with you down below. Give me some heart, colorful hearts emoji. I feel like there's something about you playing soft, maybe meek and mild. Maybe there's something about you not admitting just how real or raw or va-va-voom or potent or unfiltered. I'm hearing that word as well. Unfiltered, you really want to be. Not even want to be, who you really are. I'm hearing for you there is a moment in your life where that has been shut down significantly around, I'm hearing mother. Okay, there's something about your mother that there's a certain side of you that you're like, I want to be this superman, this superwoman, and da da da. Maybe you come home and tell your mom that, and then she's like, okay, honey, how about a doctor instead? Or whatever it might be. I'm feeling there's a moment in your life where you feel like you're excited about your potential. And then there's something about a mother figure that felt like you had to suppress that. Okay, and this is not blaming your mom or dad or whatever, but it's just like to you, we are the stories we tell ourselves. So at that age, you could have a story around your mother suppressing your bigness or your boldness or your potential, something like that. Let me know if I'm connecting with you. Hit me a like. I'm feeling that this is a story you can let go now. Okay, because I'm like, yep, you can let it go. Because again, we are the stories that we tell ourselves. You can go about, healing it, or you can go about dropping the story. Because sometimes the stories that our younger self made up or believed is at a stage where our consciousness hasn't developed, right? It's like when mom or dad didn't come home and we think that we're abandoned. Or when mom and dad was ignoring us, we thought we were not interesting, or we are not lovable, or we're not worthy of attention or care. But maybe they're freaking stressed about whatever money they had at the time or their job, so then they had to focus on solving that problem. But our younger self made it about us. Okay? So as you're going through this healing work, this awakening journey, you're going to realize that, oh my God, all these storylines, all these narratives, it's really what keeps the loop going, that keeps the illusion going. Like you're literally powering the Maya world, the halls of illusions, when you hold on to certain storylines. And by the way, guys, I'm still figuring out my background. So right now it's looking a little interesting right now. Okay, I feel like I need something here. Let me know what your creative idea is. I feel like I need some a picture frame or something. I don't know of what, but yeah. Anyway, I'm redecorating it. But yeah, I wanted to know that even when you like, this is looking very random. It's because it is random. Oh my God. Okay. Um, what I'm feeling for you, and I'm laughing. I'm feeling like this is the time that you can expect some good news, that makes you feel good about where you're going. I'm hearing that you really needed this confirmation. Okay? Give me a red heart below if you really needed a confirmation, because life has been rough. I'm definitely feeling that for you. I'm feeling that, of course, right? We don't need validation. We don't need approval. We don't need, but inside, like, of course we do, right? That's why we watch these things. That's why there's certain things we need to hear, like, hey, I believe in you. Hey, I love you. Like, of course, you don't need to hear that to be whole and complete, but it's nice to hear. So I'm definitely connecting with someone who has been going through a rough, okay, or like a hard, challenging patch of self-identity dissolution. That's what I'm hearing. Your self-identity is literally crumbling or has been crumbling because it's just not true. You know what I'm saying? It's just not true. Because there's that version of you that is raw, that is real, that is, I live this life to honor my divinity. And also, I live this life to honor my humanity. And I live this life to honor the creator. And I live this life to honor all that is. And I feel like there's that justice. I'm seeing the word justice, the energy of justice. You want to bring justice to yourself, to your inner girl, your inner boy, your inner child. Like, okay, you built the business, okay, you had the career, okay, you got the degree, okay, you pop out the kids, okay, you had the husband, the wifey, okay, you whatever, travel the world, right? But you haven't found that thing yet. You haven't stepped into that identity yet. And that identity, honey, is called freedom. It's called freedom. That's the chapter you're in right now. You're in the chapter of freedom. Ooh, okay. Who am I connecting with? And by the way, I'm so happy to be connecting with you because, this is all about freedom. This is what the channel is about. If you're new, if you're not, if you're the OG, whatever, okay, whoever, let me know. Let me know below, say hi. But this channel is really about remembrance that you are always freedom. You are always infinite spirit expressing itself, remembering itself in this human form. So that's what it is here. It's about consciousness. It's about awakening. It's beyond spirituality. Okay? If you come here and expect me to be some spiritual, guru, follow the rules and look the part, that's just not the vibe, because that's not the real me. So just want to put that disclaimer in case, whatever. All right. But if you're someone who really understands this is the path of consciousness, it's the path of awakening, it's a path of truth, and it's beyond, performative spirituality, it's beyond, I'm gonna fight with you on the internet about my point of view, because that's just not what we do here. It's about everyone has a truth that wants to awaken. And we're here to remember that path by looking at our lights as well as our shadows. Because one does not awaken by imagining figures of lights. Okay? You awaken by facing your darkness, by making friends with your shadow, by realizing your shadows are literally not bad. They're a part of you, like the yin yang. But these are the parts of you that you suppress and repress, the side of you that wants to dance and play and giggle and speak like this. But you're so afraid because what if your coworker is gonna fucking judge you? Whoops. Did I swear? Yes, I did. Okay, whoever wants to be offended can be offended. And also, why are you offended? I think this is something I'd like you to go deeper. You don't have to argue, in the comments, but just go deeper, because I actually have a really wonderful client of mine, and he was offended. He bought all my courses. He's in mostly all my programs, and he he was really offended when the certain swear words would come out, and he messaged me. He's like, Tina, I don't know if I could be in your programs anymore because this word really triggers me. And I'm like, okay, for our next, coaching call, we can definitely discuss that. And we discussed it on that call, and we went deeper into where is that trigger coming from? Because everything in this world is fundamentally neutral. And why we have a specific trigger is something that is specific to us, that is triggering us to break free if we choose. So, he realized that when he was doing his old professional career, people would say these certain words to him that really made him feel a certain way, that really make him feel really like not good about himself and people around him. And at the same time, he felt like he had to be this like good empath, love and light worker, because he was in a lot of these like spiritual communities where they're all proper, and all of that. You can't say, certain words. So his bad boy side never get to be expressed. He never get to say the things he wants to say, like, excuse me, ma'am, your music in this, silent library, it's, a bit loud, right? Like, there are certain things like that. It would always get under his nerves, and he never unlocked his throat chakra. So actually, ever since that deep shadow, integration session that we had, he began to speak up. He began to speak up about the things that would annoy him. He actually would go over and have conversations with the people who, were playing loud music in the sauna or whatever, right? And he found so much liberation in that. Actually, he started even using those swear words. That he's like, I never even swore. Like, I was not a swearing person. And it's not like I'm endorsing, by the way, swearing or anything like that. It just sometimes slips out, but I don't endorse it. But what I do encourage is when we lean in to our shadow, we free ourselves. So now, like, he doesn't have a problem with whether a swear word or he is the one who's swearing or people swearing at him. Like, these things can happen and he can just maintain this zenness. So that's exactly what happened to me also, about certain things that I would be triggered by. Instead of me being offended and making that person bad or wrong, I lean in. Because, we all have judgments, and our judgments are here to set us free. So see what you're judging people around. Oh, he's an alcoholic, he drinks too much, or oh, he is, or she is this and she wears that, and why you wear that? That's not spiritual. Or he is, like we all have these judgments about people and triggers about people, but these are actually the pathway to our freedom. Because actually, once you go through the process, like I did with my client in the shadow integration process, and you begin to lean into your dark shadow or your bad boy, bad girl side for a little bit, you will realize, oh my God, I just need to let it out. I just needed to allow myself to be angry for freaking once in my life, right? I don't have to smile and be polite and namaste all the time. And that's when you become like a whole integrated person, and you actually become really zen. You become really unbothered, and you become really detached. And the funniest thing is that the entire manifestation world community is trying to be detached. I always see these videos, they always make me laugh. How to be detached, how to be detached, how to be detached, how to be detached. You don't be detached to, like, this is how you be detached. You become detached as a byproduct of literally knowing that you're good. Like you're not so opinionated. I'm the dark, I'm the light. I'm the light worker, so that person is a bad person. You integrate, okay? You become harmonious. And the zenness, the detachment, is a sign of spiritual maturity. That's what it is. So when you move through life, you become less triggered. And actually, the less triggers you have, the more free you are, the more zen you are, right? Have you ever met someone who's so peaceful and who's so zen? What are the markers of someone who is peaceful? Like the energy is just peaceful. They're not easily reactive, right? They're not easily offended. That doesn't mean that they don't stand for something, but they're not going to be like, nah, 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 right? We all know, some of those people. And are they pleasant to be around? It's just constant chaos and trauma. And that's because inside there's constant chaos and trauma and tuck and pull. So when you allow your true self to come out of the rocks, literally, right? Super Saiyan or whatever it's called. I never watched Dragon Ball Z, but I can like see that image of like, right? You become free, and sometimes the path to you becoming true and real and authentic, the first path is shadow integration, meaning you're gonna look a little villainy. You're gonna look a little bad boy, bad girl. Okay? So when I take my clients through this path, I always one of my favorite parts of my job, to be honest, is to see them and witness them in their bad boy, bad girl era. Because they're like, Tina, I never allow myself to be angry at my sister. I never allow myself to just tell my coworker and my boss what's up. Like they cannot treat me like that. I never stood up for myself. I never, allow myself to wear what I want to wear and tell people that, like they kind of went the other way. And that's kind of how it works, okay? When I began to actually slip out swear words online, actually for the longest time, I would not because, I was in my good girl image and I can't do that. Of course, you're going to be pissed off. But when I started doing that, it was like I cranked it up to the max where it just like beep, 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 like everywhere. So I always tell people, it's going to look messy, okay? Because you have suppressed anger, rage, swear words, the things you want to express for so long. So like it's gonna feel like you're vomiting it out. It feels like diarrhea, vomit. It feels like you are so just a crazy person. And that period can last for a while. So be patient with that, right? Some people can call it your villain era or whatever. But once you let it out, you begin to come back, right? Because that's just not who you are. You're not like a freaking raging monster. But because you have suppressed rage that you think is healthy to suppress, once you healthily let it out, you're gonna find out like, wow, now I'm someone who can stand up for myself. So, how do I choose to stand up for myself in a way that is respectful, that is honoring me and honoring the other people? And you're gonna realize that your communication skills improve because you mature, because you realize that you become a secure person, right? So, you're secure within yourself, you can speak, you can express certain opinions, certain preferences, certain boundaries of yours without feeling like, F you step on my boundaries, you know? I don't know why I'm remembering that song by Nelly, You Step on My J's. Anyone knows that song? You begin to, speak your preferences. You begin to let people know, what's up. So this is what I want you to know, that it's okay, honey. It's okay. Okay. I got you. It's okay. I'm telling you, it's okay. But you have to allow yourself to kind of let out the steam, right? Let out the air of the balloon. Because otherwise, you're always going to try to numb it and suppress it through, let me smoke this thing to chillax. No, honey, that thing is still inside you. The thing that you're angry about is still inside of you. That smoking tool, whatever device, it's like a relief here, but it's not the true purge. You need to purge that out of your body. So have a healthy outlet to let out your anger, your suppressed emotions, your suppressed whatever it is you suppress. You're actually gonna not be dependent on vices and substances and whatever crazy things it's not healthy for you, right? And just be okay to upset a couple of people along the way. But what I promise you is that you're going to come back, okay? The stage after is going to come back to equilibrium. And that is the stage of spiritual maturity. And that's when you experience what I call the inner union, okay? The inner yin yang. And that is where you have this, what's it called? Like a state line? What is that? Baseline. A baseline of zen and calm. You still have your personality, whether it's bubbly or whether it's a bit, whatever, right? Grunge, I don't know, whatever your personality is. But the baseline within you is always going to be that calm and that zen and that peaceful. And that's how you know that not a lot of things bother you. And even if something bothers you, you address it right there and then say, hey, what do you mean when you call me an ugly biatch? For example, right? It's like, instead of be like, this, what do you call me? What do you call me? Right? Like you say, hey, what do you mean? You give people, a chance to explain themselves. And then you're like, oh, okay, well, that's actually really not cool and I don't really appreciate that. Right? Or you just like, hey, I don't want to be your friends. But you're very calm about it. You're very chill about it. But yeah, I think I'll go into it in another video. But what the message I really want to deliver to you today that was really coming through is that you're in this identity awakening era in your life, and it's not just some like, hey, let me pick up this identity. This is your true identity. This is your true identity, that you're not afraid to be seen as messy, as clumsy, as in-betweeny, as ragey, as too much, okay? Some of you guys need to get over that, because too much is the same thing as not good enough. Okay, let me know. Actually, I'm really curious. Let me know down below. Do you feel oftentimes that you're not enough? Or sometimes you feel like you're too much? Let me know down below. I may do like a quiz cool thing. Please click on that. I'm curious. Yeah, I think for me, I oftentimes in my life, I feel too much. Like, I'm too much. I can't do that. Who do I think? People would think I'm a total diva, which I am. But I'm afraid that people would think that. And they wouldn't like me. But, I don't live for other people. Neither do you. So this is the work, right? When we get to know ourselves, we get to face our inner critics. And then we just say, hey, I don't want to hang out with you. I don't like it. I want to set myself free. I want to be the true me. All right, guys, let me know down below what comes up for you. Like this video if you appreciate it. We'll let you enjoy more. You want more of these, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to work with me, links are in the bio in the pinned comment. Here's the video for you to watch next. This is Tina Wong. I love you so much, and I'll talk to you soon.